Okay, good day everyone. Last time we discussed the service and how important service is in the world of BPO industry. And we also define what is a good customer service since that's the heart of the industry, you know. So basically the good customer service will result into a good uh, growth, no, in terms of financial or even a relationship from customers to the agent as well, no, when they are doing some businesses in the BPO sector. Now for today, we will be discussing the life in the BPO industry. What are the common myths and misconceptions of the people outside the community of the BPO industry? So there are things that they are perceiving commonly. They are mistaken about those things. No, so let us clear those myths for today, and probably that's correct. The common misconceptions of the people inside the BPO industry. Okay, so I know some of you have already an idea what is the work inside the BPO, but let us go through with this. So shall we start? Okay, when we talk about myths, facts, and common misconception about BPO, let's start first about what is the work of the BPO. We already know that there are various things that in a BPO industry or BPO services has a lot to offer, no? Primarily, they're doing some telecommunications, and those telecommunications are assisting people in times of need, no? They are hired by or they are outsourced by the big companies to do their business on their behalf, no? So again, it can be a healthcare, it can be an insurance, it can be an real estate, no? It can be an automotive services, it can be logistics. So those are just simply common services of the BPO. So in an industry in the Philippines has been going skyward for years already. I think 15 years already when the BPO started, or earlier than that, no? The country has consequently taken the throne as the world's call center capital for the BPO in the Philippines. There's a good chance you at least know some who works in a BPO company. I think your friends know are having this kind of job. And after the Philippines, I think the India is already the number two in terms of the BPO industry, because I think the India is the second most largest English speaking country. So there are also good speakers of English in the India since they was colonized by the British. However, the differences between the Filipino English and the Indian English is that we were colonized by various colonizers, and one colonizer is that taught us English is that the Americans, no? So we are following the standard American English, while the India is doing some standard British English, since the UK was the one who colonized uh, them during the time of colonization, no? Now, when we talk about the work in the BPO, that includes shifting of the works, the number of hours, and who are the clients of the certain company. So most of the time, in the BPO here in the Philippines, we're doing the job outside the country. So we are doing some outsourcing. Um, internationally. So the business processing outsourcing companies hire talents to provide operational support to the clients, businesses that needs it. no? In the Philippines, most of the clients are in the US. So commonly, we have different timelines to follow. We are doing a standard plus 8. So they are somehow beyond, or um, they are somehow delayed in the time, no, usually, because they are happen to be situated in the geographical location, which is far beyond the equator, no. So if we are following the equatorial line, no, or the international lines, no, in the time zones, we are already in the plus 8. So the time difference is that 8 hours plus the standard time of the international time, no. So usually we are already daytime to them. That's usually nighttime, no, or vice versa, because of the 8 hours difference, no, in the time zone, no. So thanks to the overall English proficiency and cultural fit of the modern Filipinos, while the local industry largely provides customer support, other disciplines can be found in motion and a BPO company as well. Now, what people think about the work in the BPO is that it has a terrible shifts, no? Usually in graveyards. That's true. However, that's somehow a myth, because it's a shifting, no? It's a shuffle of time, no? You get a time of the graveyard shifts, probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even a month. Then after a month, you're going to find another shift, no, depending on the account that you're going to handle, no? There are some accounts that are usually available during daytime, no? So it depends on the account that you are handling, no? Sometimes people are having these graveyard shifts just for overtimes, or people who have work in the morning and wanted to have a late night shift, no. So that's called a graveyard shifts. But not all BPOs have late night shifts. That's the fact here, no. Those that do not make sure that the employee shifts are rotated every month, so they get to work in the morning and afternoon as well, no? So it's not true that they are only assigned in the graveyard shift. So is BPO work more challenging than easy? Well, some of jobs might look easy, but there is no such thing when you are constantly striving up to the ante. As fast as the industry is soaring, operations and support systems are constantly improving and innovating. On top of that, the sheer diversity of the BPO jobs would surely give most people a fitting challenge. Some people might think that BPO work is challenging, and some are easy because, well, maybe they think that it's only receiving calls in that, no. However, they don't think about the other factors that might affect your work, such as the stress level, the time, and how to manage multitasking, no. So those are just simple factors that affects the BPO work when it comes to challenge, no. Now, BPO industry is a diverse range of industries and roles. Our different teams help each other to take work to the next level. This is what truly embodies being curious, dynamic, and authentic. It is the constant motion toward making a lasting impact on the client, company, and community. We are always eager to help to keep things fresh and relevant. So some people might think that the BPO have a not good environment, um, Well, it depends still on the company if they are too much toxic to for their employees. But some of the companies are, I think, doing their best to avoid that certain issue. How do you how do you grow in a career in a BPO company? So, when talking about career growth, there are certain levels that we must achieve in the hierarchy of the BPO industry. The lowest rank, of course, is the agent, no? Or the technical support executive. Those are commonly the call center agents that we know. No? So after you achieve those jobs, no, you can apply for a promotion, and you will be, if the company will think uh, about your performance, then you will be automatically transferred to technical support coach. You'll be the one to be assigned as somehow higher than the position of an agent. No? So when you are already good in teaching or coaching your technical support team, no, you will be assigned as a team leader or assistant manager. Now, team leader here is somehow um, the work of the team leader is not that very heavy than to the technical support staff or agent, because they are the only ones who are giving or monitoring the people in the certain team, no. So when you are assigned as a team leader, you're expect that the load is not that very much burden, no, in terms of the workload. However, you have a lot still of work to do, since you are a team leader and you have to take care of your teams right there, and that, no. So when you are already good as a team leader and apply for a position for a manager, now that's the time that you're going um to have a good salary. And I think the monthly salary of the manager, I think, ranges from 60 to 80,000, and the team leader ranges from 50 to 60,000. So that's how the salary goes for some of, I know, the BPO in here in Negros, no. And also, when you are having a good job in a company, if the company will open a position of associate vice president, that is the time that you're going to file another promotion, or um, you're going to pass a promotional letter, no? If you want to for your job, for you to be promoted. So associate, vice president, and then after that is vice president, and then the director of the company and the CEO. Those are the big bosses of a certain BPO industry, and their salary is beyond 100,000 to a million. If you're going to have a CEO level. So the future possibilities are boundless as the current opportunities. So one of the underrated things about BPO is the exposure to vast array of businesses, which can equip you for even potential industry shift in the future. There's a good chance of gaining exposure to work with international clients and colleagues as well. Such experiences can help you take your communication skills, network, and businesses perspective to more global level. Having BPO roles that welcome undergraduates will also mean you get to kick off your career early. So why are we discussing this? Because most of the time, people outside the BPO industry are belittling the people working in a BPO, because they're telling that the BPO is not a venue for you to save money, for you to invest. Well, in fact, the BPO is giving a lot of or more salaries or bigger salaries than other companies out there. You just have to survive the environment inside the BPO, and if you're doing the job and you're very serious about the job, you can file a promotion and become the level like manager or team leader. That's a good paying job already, and I think you can sustain your family if you have already a family in the future. So that's how reality works in the BPO. Now, can I stay happy and healthy in the BPO company? The answer is yes, of course, because it depends still on the company if they're offering some recreational activities for the BPO agents. No, I know some companies are giving free stuff such as um, gym membership, no, and as well as giving free lunch or breakfast to their employees. The physical and mental adjustments to unconventional work hours, in addition to the complex and fast-paced work, can seem a handful. That doesn't mean it has to be a huge burden, though. In an industry where talented people directly influence businesses' success, making a conscious effort to our team's wellness in pivotal to our success. Again, there are various companies in the BPO um, or BPO companies are offering some healthy and recreational activities for their employees. So you just have to grab those things for you to unwind. They are just free, and that's your privilege as their employee. So don't forget to grab those opportunities. BPO do not skimp on activities on our people's enjoyment and learning either. One of those activities in the wellness challenge that encourages healthy habits along the teamwork and camaraderie. We challenge the mundane by keeping our brain sharp with a simple activities such as weekly puzzles and daily riddles. I think the ADEC is using this kind of activity. They have this weekly games and recreational activities for their employees, for them to relax and pause for a while in the work, so that they can have fun with their colleagues. What the fast-paced BPO industry needs are companies that can ride with the rapidly evolving technology, business demands, and employees' needs. As outsourced work continues to grow into our daily lives, it's high time that we discover more of that. It is in what can be, no? So that's those are the common myths that we are experiencing in the life of the BPO. So is there any questions? If there are questions, kindly chat that in the our group chat, no, so that we can address the questions. So please answer the quiz in the LMS. I have provided the quiz already in the LMS. Kindly visit that anytime if you have time, no, during our asynchronous time. No? So thank you very much for being here and listening. Hope to see you soon again next meeting. So God bless everyone.